Hello, gentle viewers. This is Guardian welcoming you to Out of the Park Baseball 23 with the Houston Astros. Welcome to OOTP 23. If you haven't seen Friday's video yet, we've upgraded both series to OOTP 23, and we're going to keep going. In case you are a long-time player of the game, or you've been watching my channel for a while, this is numbered episode 1, but I want to make it clear that this is actually a continuation of last year's OTP 22 series. I thought it would be more helpful for people to see, OTP 22 or 23, cool, than keep the consistent numbering. I think it would just get confusing personally. So, I think we are about ready to go. And I say we go ahead and get started now. Last season was unexpectedly very, very good for us. Tommy Aggie had a breakout season. Joe Morgan gave us a full season and was exceptional every step of the way. We got some really good pitching performances out of gentlemen like Jenkins, Sutton, and Harden, and even Dave McNally turned out to be a pretty solid choice. And we won 88 games and only finished 5 games out of the pennant. For a team that lost over 100 games, I believe 3 seasons in a row, that's a lot. That is, as they say, a lot. So, our objective is to keep up this momentum and possibly move closer to a world championship type season. Now, how do we get better? Which is the most important question I'd ask ourselves every single season. There's a lot of room for improvement here. Although our top 3 are all excellent, and they're all premium players, Willie Kirkland is okay. He's not brilliant by any stretch of the imagination. Paul Shaw had one of his worst years as an Astro. Maybe he'll bounce back, but his power's always been driven by doubles, and he's trending in the wrong direction with doubles. Marty Martinez is here to play solid defense, which he has been doing. Jimmy Pags is okay. He's not the very best, though. And I think that's the issue with where we're ranked right now. We have a lot of players who are all right around the same level of pretty okay, and a move in one direction or the other could either make them fantastic or god-awful. Cleet Boyer can't hit worth a damn, but he was a reliable glove, that's for sure. He might win a gold glove, I don't know. So, the important thing to keep in mind here is that we need better offense. We need a consistently great offense if we're ever going to be a top-tier team, one worthy of perhaps a pennant in the near future. And that's what we're going to try to accomplish in the draft this season, provided that it is something that we can do. What does this do again? Oh, yeah. Cool story. Yeah, Rocky Colavito turned out to be a bust. If you didn't see Monday's video yet, I'm just going to go over the most important change, which is they changed the way you can trade players. So if I right-click on Rocky Colavito and shop player around, I can ask for a prospect package, I can ask for a multiplayer package, or I can ask for one single player. And I can pick my positions. which is very, very cool. I'm not going to do that right now, but it might be something we do here in a little bit. So, let's talk draft. We had the 16th overall pick, and there is a snowball's chance in hell that the player I want most will fall to us. That would be Bobby Bonds. It just ain't happening. There's no disputing that we're not going to get Bobby Bonds. There are some decent to average players a bit farther down in the draft. Like, this is a very solid first round. We might end up taking another pitcher just because all the hitters are going to go, and they're going to go quickly. Like, I'm taking Carlos May if he makes it down to me. But he's not going to make it down to me. I would be utterly stunned if for some reason Carlos May fell that far. I'd be here for it, and I'd draft the shit out of him, but I don't think it's going to happen. I really, truly don't think he's going to be available by the time I get to pick, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, I don't have a load of... Why is the Houston active roster on here twice? Give me Rule 5 eligible players down here, please. There we go. I don't have any really great trading chits, unfortunately. I also don't have a lot of young talent. Now, Aurelio Rodriguez could be a solid third baseman, but he's a ways away from the majors, in my opinion. Yeah, if we're going to be successful, it's going to be because we built through our pitching staff. And that just may have to be how we continue to build. I'm not saying our offense is bad. It is definitely not bad, but it's almost certainly not good enough. Earl Averill, I'd like to trade you, please. I'm going to look for a multiplayer package, and I'm going to let the AI add in someone else if it means I get a quality player out of it. So if I cough up Dave McNally and Earl Averill, I can get Roy McMillan, meh. Eddie Yost, meh. And Jim Ray, meh. Well, that's terrible. Any prospects I could get my hands on? No. What about single plays? Generally speaking here, also notice... Ooh. Eddie Yost has nothing left to offer us. I'd be better off just cutting Earl Averill or even keeping him to be a backup than bringing on Eddie Yost. So, okay. Let's advance time a bit and then see where we get. We got some coaches signing offers. You'd love to see it. Wagner. Ooh, I got Gold Glove, Silver Slugger, and Cy Young. Very nice. Who got a Gold Glove? Jimmy Pags got one. Nice. Joe Morgan got a Silver Slugger, as did Tommy Agee. Very, very nice. And Fergie Jenkins runs away with Cy Young, which he won unanimously. Let me make it clear, he should have won last year too. But I'm not upset. I'm just happy that we have an outstanding starting pitcher. So that's brilliant. Don Sutton got some down ballot votes. That's always appreciated. I wonder how close Tommy Agee was to winning MVP. Probably not very. Or even Joe Morgan. But I'm just curious to see if any one of them finished in the top 3. Morgan and Agee were 4 and 5. Very interesting. Oh boy, Mickey Mantle was good again. Wow. Come up with something new, man. Anyhoozle. Oh, that's right. I can't change my scouting budget, can I? Because my owner is a jerk. Yes, I'm going to devote 25% of our salary to fucking international scan, which doesn't exist at this point. Thanks, game. That's a real smooth move. Wayne, you're a really good coach, and I'd like to see you grow, so I will offer you an extension. Nope, he wants to move on. I mean, the Skowhegan Thoroughbreds are a AAA franchise. Also, note team pop-ups. That's really cool that that's a thing that you get now. So if, let's say I look at that email. If I say hover over Philadelphia Phillies, I get to find out how they were last season. Very cool. Is that 8 how many World Series they've won? Oh, I see. There's a little thing in the top right. Yeah, the Phillies have 8 championships. Very cool. All right, my friends, let us go ahead and continue onwards. We're going to lose him. We'll have to find a replacement. That's fine. So, I need a new manager for the Rookie League. I want... What is value ratings? Oh, that's cool. I can find out some things there. Okay. Give me coach ratings, however. And again, I want to focus on mechanics. And I want someone nice and young so that they can develop with us. Justin Easley, you're in. Let's see how you turn out a bit later. Tigers, you're offering me a bad pitcher. Okay, bad is a harsh word. He's not bad. But it's not good enough to give you Bill Smith, who I actually need, theoretically. The thing is, Rob Gardner is not that great. He's definitely not a starter. I think I'll pass. Excellent news. Afraid I've got some bad news. Okay. So Elio Chacon is a reasonably good second baseman. Is he better than Marty Martinez? Unclear. I would say probably not. Like, I'm not giving up very much, but I'm also not getting very much. Like, I don't mind... Like, if it was just Tompkins for Jurovich, I would do it in a heartbeat. But I don't want Chacon if I don't have anywhere to put him. So let's discuss this trade. Drop Chacon. And give me Rod Carew. I'm joking. There's... Oh, yeah. I couldn't get him if I wanted him. Which I do. Nah, I think I'll just move on. I don't really see a need to push that any farther. Yeah, Jackie Warner doesn't do it for me. You're offering me a bunch of deeply, deeply flawed players. And it's true you're not asking for anything brilliant. I don't want to suggest that you know, they're deliberately making bad offers. I'm just saying that they're not offers that I'd be interested in taking. Let's look at the Hall of Fame. Clint Courtney, big fat no. Same for Claude Crocker. I'll toss another vote to Dom DiMaggio. Why not? Dave Ferris, I think, deserves some consideration. Mike Garcia, I think, is borderline. He's close enough that I will offer him the deal and see if he takes it. Johnny Groth, meh. 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 Okay, Johnny Hop definitely makes the Hall of Fame. Jackie Jensen, not so much. Eddie Youst, I will happily offer a place in Cooperstown too. Who else we got? Pee Wee. Yeah, Pee Wee does make some sense. Guys, I don't think Jack Robinson makes the Hall of Fame in our timeline. I mean, I'm going to vote for him, but I don't think it's going to matter. Pat Siri, no. Snuffy, yes. Ted Williams, nah. Just kidding. Boy, is it weird to see him as a Chicago Cub, but, you know, he's still a fantastic player. So, there we go. Only Ted Williams really strikes me as an obvious first round or first ballot player. I don't want him. It's like you're making insulting deals, but you're offering players that I just, quite frankly, don't want. I don't value relievers the way that other players might. There's no way in hell Carlos May falls to me. Don't be stupid, game. Hey, oh my god, he does fall to me. Why? Like, one of two things is happening. My scout is full of shit. You know what? I'm good. I'm drafting Carlos May and thanking my lucky stars. I know he's a shitty outfielder. I don't give a crap. We need a big-time bat, and he can offer us a big-time bat indeed. Okay. Danny Walton has legitimately elite power. I think they would make a fine addition to our collection of quality potential outfielders. I do want to take a reliever at this point. I want to strengthen up my bullpen. Dan McGinn offers a ton of upside, especially as a lefty. I think that makes him even more dangerous, so I think we will go ahead and draft Mr. Dan McGinn. Any super secret megastars? No, just a bunch of shitty players. I guess that makes sense. I mean, hey, Carlos freaking May. I just want to leave you with Carlos freaking May. I guess I can just make this last pick. Vic LaRose, why not? I mean, he's no Jimmy McMath, though. Maybe he'll get better. His name is hilarious at the very... Oh, he's impossible to sign. How about Mike Page? I'll take Fred. Let's not overdo it. We got Carlos May. I don't know how 15 teams passed on him. This draft wasn't that deep. But I'm here for it. I'm not saying he's going to be a day one starter, but he might be a day one starter. Like, he's equally bad at left field or right field. It doesn't really matter which position I put him at. He's going to be a shitty outfielder, but I don't care. That, I think, is the main takeaway here. I'm getting a premium offensive talent, and if it means I have to sacrifice a bit in the outfield, I'm here for that. Did Carlos... I remember him playing for the Dodgers. Did he actually play for Houston, too? He never played for the Dodgers. I don't know who the hell I was thinking of. Oh, well. So, Rule 5 draft. I can't give you Ricky Clark. You want Frank Baumann? I'll give you Frank Baumann, but I can't give you Ricky Clark. I'll submit the offer, but you're going to tell me no. I'm not foolish. I don't really want to offer you anything else. I'm not that interested in him. Rule 5 draft time. I mean, I'll look, but it's unlikely that we're going to find anybody that special here. I mean, I've seen worse hitters. I'm just not convinced you're ever going to be good enough to stick in the majors for any length of time. So I think I'll just go ahead and auto-complete. I don't think there's anybody here I want. Alright, friends. Preseason begins. Bill Dillman. I don't hate this trade, actually. Like, I'm going to see if I can get you to let me keep Hutton. The thing is, I don't want to give anybody genuinely good, is the issue. So I think this is going to be a no, sadly. You have cut my budgets, because you're a jerk. Ted Williams, Johnny Hopp, and Dom DiMaggio all made the Hall of Fame. Very nice. I miss Don Newcomb. I guess he didn't have an incredible career, sadly. Haha, Pat Siri, you got one vote. I'm just gonna go right into... Oh, hang on. No, I'm already done. Good. I had visions of the mistake I've made like a million times before. Jim McEnany getting baseball. I couldn't say it's getting better or getting worse. Jimmy Pags, you want a charity? Sure. I don't know what that actually does. I just always do it. Like, Frank Baumann does nothing for me. But the problem is you keep wanting me to add in Tom Hutton. And while I don't think he's ever going to be fantastic, I can't afford to give him away without getting an immediate contributor. A new Houston-based charity. How the hell are you hurt? Oh, you have a stomach virus. Sorry, bro. That's rough. We're just going to add a bunch of people onto the roster. Ooh, that's cool. Go ahead and do that for me, if you please. You're really gonna play Rocky Colavito? Really? Fine. We'll see how y'all do. And then pitching, go ahead and set it up any way you'd like. Who is Sammy Ellis? I completely forgot about him. Cool story, bro. I can't give you Ricky Clark. I need depth starters, and he is definitely that. Pretty much everything is going to be based on how good Carlos May can be. I'm going to do something I normally don't do. Normally I stop simming the day before opening day so I don't get caught with service time issues. I desperately need to see how good my team actually is. I need to see if Carlos May got any better. I guess I could actually just scout him. Give me a scouting report, please. And then I'm just going to sim a day at a time until... Did I get it? He's already rated a 52? What did he figure out this quickly? He lost a tiny bit of power, but gained in batting eye and in contact. So here's the question. Carlos May has had exactly 0 major league experience, other than the spring training reps. But he's also an elite talent. I'll happily just move you over to right field. I don't even care, dude. You can play in either corner as far as I'm concerned. Are you going to play in center? No, we have Aggie, who's even better. Yeah, I don't see a reason not to keep May on the roster. I just don't. Which makes Calavita, which makes Willie Kirkland expendable. What could I get in the single-player variety for Mr. Willie Kirkland? I get Louis Aparicio. I don't think he's any better than the guy I got now, though, is the issue. Eddie Casco doesn't do it for me. I don't need a guy who's defense only, unless it's actually a premium defensive position. Felipe Alou is someone I'm actually interested in adding because I think he'd be a good bench bat in a way that Calavita or Kirkland wouldn't. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make this deal. Next, I'm going to trade Calavita because I definitely don't want to keep Calavita. I wonder if I could shop Averill and Calavito and get anything at all of any value. The answer's probably a big fat no, but I'm gonna try it. I mean, I don't hate Colavito, though, being a top-tier bench bat. I don't hate that. I know what I hate, and I don't hate this. I should have gone for Aparicio. Marty Martinez is just not as good as Aparicio. Maybe I can try Colavito and get Aparicio. I will toss in Earl Averill and just see what that gets me. I mean, bringing in Red Schoendienst is not the worst idea I've ever had, but I just don't think he's good enough. And nobody here is a second baseman. I don't need another first baseman, as entertaining as that might be. What if I drop Averill? Maybe Averill's actually driving down the price. Oh yeah, I kick him off, and all of a sudden I get lots more options. I guess people just don't want Averill. Yeah, I will take Aparicio. Done. How are the fans not delighted by adding Aparicio? I don't know. Maybe the fans are just stupid. But I think it was the right move. So let's start whittling down the roster so that we can be ready to go for opening day. Hefner and Lehue, you both kind of suck now, so I'm going to go ahead and designate you for assignment. I still have 15 pitchers. I need at most 12. You go down. You go down. I want Ricky Clark starting in the minors. I don't want him not playing in the majors. That's kind of what I'm looking for there. So that means that Dan McGinn and Horacio Pena both make the roster. Congratulations, gents. I know I have to get down to 2 more players. McEnany, there may have been a time where I deeply cared about you and wanted you to be a prominent piece of this roster. I think those times are gone. I'm going to designate you for assignment. Marty Martinez is a decent utility guy. So I'm actually going to go ahead and trade Woody Woodward. And see if I can't get a nice package of something, maybe. Okay, Joe Niekro is legit a decent choice. Yeah, no hesitation. Get her done. The fans are going to be grumpy. The fans might seem grumpy with me right now when they see how many games we can win with Joe freaking Niekro as a starting pitcher. I think they're going to be pleasantly surprised. Okay, that gets us down to 25. Carlos May makes the roster. Which I kind of figured he might. I kind of figured the moment I acquired him that that's what was going to happen to him. And let's go up to opening day, and then we're going to go ahead and set the roster the way we'd like it. Averill is going to retire at the end of the season. Good for him. I have no regrets. Wow. Like, not even a consideration for him in the top 10? Like, I get it, right? Rod Carew's a Hall of Famer. Ted Simmons is a Hall of Famer. There's some really great players here. Bobby Bonds was an excellent player in his own right. Not as good as his son, but then no player in the history of Major League Baseball is as good as his son, right? So, oh my god, game. He is a starting pitcher. Stop making him a reliever. Force roll, starting pitcher. Stop being stupid. Let's go ahead and set up our lineups and depth charts. Batting ratings. So here's an interesting question. No, it's not. I'm not going to overthink this. Joe Morgan is my leadoff guy. He's too damn good to bat anywhere but there. Jose Cardinal bats third, I think. I think he's my best overall hitter. I'm going to let Tommy Aggie bat cleanup. I might regret this, but I'm going to give him a shot. I like the idea of Paul Shaw hitting second so that Carlos May can hit fifth. That seems good. Jimmy Pags is going to hit seventh. Cleet Boyer is going to bat eighth. And then I guess that means that Louis Aparicio hits sixth. That's fine. Mike Brumley can be the backup catcher. Felipe Alou is 100% the backup at both corner positions. I only have... Am I missing an outfielder? No, I have literally only 4 outfielders. Well, guess what, my dude? You're going to be backing up in center a little bit. Ken McMullen is going to back up at third. Marty Martinez covers second and short. And Earl Averill backs up at first. Felipe Alou is my #1 pinch hitter. Followed by McMullen. Followed by Averill. And pinch running wise, I guess Felipe Alou is as good as it gets. Interesting. Let's paste this over. I didn't realize how shallow we are at outfield right now. If we hadn't acquired Felipe Alou, I think we'd be in real trouble. Can any of my... Marty Martinez can play the outfield, sort of. Yeah, you can't handle the outfield at all. Okay. Pitching staff. I am fine with this pitching staff as it is. I don't mind Dave McNally getting some reps in the bullpen rather than being a starter on day one. We'll see how it goes, though. Okay. Friends, comrades, let us unlock and move forward with some basing of the balls. Cool. All you guys are gonna clear waivers. I'm going to put Ricky Clark as untouchable. I don't genuinely think that he is, but you keep offering me bad deals for him. Mickey Lolich shut us out. I literally got shut up twice by him in a few weeks. Damn. But Jose Cardinal did get 5 hits. Which is excellent, right? Really, game? Really? Really? Jenkins is getting better overall, but not perfect, obviously. Doc Ellis. Oh, that's Sammy Ellis. Oh, cool. Nice. Good job, Don Sutton. Man, guys, if we're going to be a top-tier team this season, it's going to be on the basis of my pitching staff. I don't think there's any two ways around it. I'm not going to bother looking at the stats right now because they're not going to be relevant. Not with less than 100 at-bats. That's just not enough sample size to determine what anyone is doing. No, I don't think so. I don't mind Glenn Beckert as a player. I just don't think he's a good fit. Man, we either get shut out or we shut people out. That's apparently what's happening this season. This was the year of the pitcher, though. This is the year that Bob Gibson pitched through a 108 or 112 ERA, and Denny McLain won 31 games for the Tigers. So we might expect unusually good pitching performances. I don't know how closely it's modeled. We lost one of our relievers for 3 months, which is not great. But it's not the end of the world either. I'm going to go ahead and call up Mike Marshall, and we're going to let him be a middle reliever. Thank you. Julio Gauthier is adequate. McMullen is a little better than that. Another one-run shutout, this time by the Jenkins of Fergie. Perhaps we should call him Leroy, and he can, like, charge the mound. Well, I guess he's on the mound, but... Really, dude? Man. Who the fuck hit him? They better be freaking... suspended for breaking his cheekbone. Like, that is something that happens accidentally, right? Like, throwing a baseball is really hard, and, yeah. I trust McEnany a hell of a lot more than I trust anyone else to be a backup outfielder. Like, I don't think Walton is anywhere near ready for that. He might be, just not yet. So we're going to let him build up some reps in the minors. And then Mr. Felipe Alou. You're going to be my starting left fielder, which I certainly did not anticipate when I started this season, but here we are. I know we used to have him with the Dodgers, but I just find it kind of interesting that we've sort of come full circle on we drafted Felipe Alou without really needing him. And he ended up being important for a couple of seasons, and now we ended up getting him with the Astros. Kind of makes you think. No, he never played for Houston. I thought there was an Alou who did, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure Carlos May will be back soon and ready to be incredible. I'd watch it if I were you, Paul Shaw. The difference between you and McMullen isn't very big. Interesting. Look, I still wouldn't let you play regularly, but you're proving yourself a worthy piece. So what are we looking at here? Well, as predicted in the year of the pitcher, a lot of our hitters are struggling quite badly. And yet we're still fifth in the league in runs scored. That doesn't tell you how pitching centric this season's going to be. I don't know what will. Yeah, I mean, the only player who's hitting at a high level right now is Joe Morgan, and even that is not as good as he's been in the past, but he's kind of the best choice we've got. Tommy Aggie has really slid backwards quite a bit. Jose Cardinal is acceptable, but check this out. An OPS under 700 is a 104 OPS plus this season. I can't overreact to this season by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm not going to get stupid. I'm just going to let everything go for right now. Aparicio is not hitting at all. I kind of hope for a little bit more than this, but he's at least having a good defensive season, so I guess that helps. Is there anybody intriguing on the trade block? I mean, I certainly wouldn't object to Rich Rollins. I think he'd be a nice addition to the team. I also don't think we have a chance in hell at getting him. What would it take to pry Rich Rollins away from you? Or to actually want him? See, that's the thing, right? He'd be an incredible hitter and an asset to the club. And it's not like Paul Shaw has been all that fantastic. But he doesn't actually improve the team like by giving us a better second baseman or a better shortstop or what have you. But he would give us definitely an upgrade in the lineup, so I'm going to at least check. Okay, you're not getting any of those guys. Thanks for guessing. What if I were to offer you Paul Shaw? And Ken McMullen? Do I just go all in? Like, here's the thing. There is no question at all that Rollins is better than either of them. There just isn't any question in my eyes. But can we... How good is Bob Robertson? He could be something interesting down the line. It's at least worth... No. Yeah, I'll make this trade. I think we end up with the best player out of the bunch, but it's not... Yeah. Hey now, it's an all-star. Get your game on third base. You like that? I knew you did. Rich Rollins will easily fit in at that spot in the lineup. I do want another outfielder. I'd like to carry 5 outfielders when I can. The question is, who would we call up? Danny Walton, maybe? Like, Danny Walton's getting it done in the minors. How long till Carlos May is back? He'll be back in... He won't be back for about a month. No, I like Archie Moore better. I'll tell you why I like Archie Moore better. Because he can handle center. I think he's a solid choice for our 26th man. And this way, I'm not overtaxing McEnany. Plus, I actually think Moore is not a bad hitter and can definitely get some reps there. This does leave me a little bit thin at third, but I'll be honest with you, I have no qualms whatsoever about letting Marty Martinez handle both positions. I need to get rid of Earl Averill. He's really kind of holding us back because he's forcing me to keep him on the roster. For all the veteran leadership he brings, he's not making us a better team. The problem is no one's going to trade for him knowing he's going to retire. And he's already said he's going to retire. So we'll see how this changes our team. Nope. I don't know what it is about OOTP consistently where they just offer shitty relievers. But here we are. 1 to 2 weeks is no big. We're just going to keep going. Okay. So Carlos Met. I need you quite badly. How is Felipe Alou hitting? He's not hitting poorly. I would not mind you getting some reps in the minors. Just play in the minors a bit, get back to somewhat normal, and then we can talk about what to do with you. Okay. Matthew Duncan, you are not terrible, but you're not awful, and I really don't care about keeping you. It's good staff cohesion. A lot of people get along with you. So we'll keep you for that reason. Jim Mooney is a pretty good pitching coach, I've got to say. And I really don't see any reason not to keep him. Buster Adams, as our scouting director, is a pretty solid choice. I think he's done a pretty good job, and finding me Carlos May by itself may be worth it. Nick Thiemann, I don't mind. I don't dislike him enough to not bring him back. I'll just renew all the extensions for everyone. Damn, Herb score. Nice. Wonder how many Houston All-Stars there will be. Fergie Jenkins and Dave Baldwin. That makes perfect sense. Joe Morgan. And that's it. And to be honest, this season, I'm not surprised. We are not blessed with a plethora of fantastic players. We've got some good ones, but we don't have players performing at an extremely high level. So I will happily take the 3 All-Stars that we do have. I'm a little surprised Don Sutton or Jim Harden isn't getting consideration, or even Herb Score, but I'm not unhappy by any stretch of the imagination. Jose Cardinal has an argument to be on the All-Star team. We're going to play up the roster expansion because that's going to be important. Morgan is slipping a tiny bit. Okay. Nice. So here's our issue. This is what we are running across right now. We are a very, very good team this season. Very good indeed. But I don't see where we can gain a meaningful upgrade. That is my concern. Carlos May might be the key to that. Carlos May is not even ranked in the top... What the fuck? I don't know what's going on with that. The problem is 6 through 8, we have a bad lineup, and we don't have a premium home run hitter right now. Other than Jimmy Pags, weirdly, who is not having a great season anyway. So the question then becomes, is Carlos May the answer? Like, Felipe Alou is not setting the world on fire. He's not playing awfully, but he was brought in to be a backup anyway, so I think maybe bringing back Carlos May is the right call. And then demoting McCannany. Whatever. I can't be bothered to remember what people's names are. Because we need a shot in this lineup. We need somebody to start making big moves. And maybe that gentleman is Carlos May. I don't know. And go ahead and copy this depth chart. I mean... The funny thing about Jim Pagliarone is he's such a good power hitter that he makes up for the fact he's a dreadful hitter otherwise. He's still a productive catcher. And that's what's hilarious about it, because he's just so damn good defensively that I don't really see a big benefit to upgrading him when I don't think it's going to be an upgrade at the end of the day. We can think about it in the offseason maybe, but for right now, we're just going to keep on going here. And that's tendonitis for Sammy Ellis. That sounds like Ricky Clark's music. Where's Joe Negro? Oh, he's hurt. Yeah. Dave McNally, you've done well enough that I think we can put you back in the rotation. I don't like that I don't know what's going on with Jose Cardinal, though. That has me very concerned. McEnany is once again going back to AAA. Ken Johnson is a legitimately not great player. Hey, 18 straight quality starts by Fergie Jenkins. Very nice. Earl Wilson is just fine, I guess. Doesn't really get me excited one way or the other. Okay, we get Horacio Pino back. That's amazing. Let's send you right to AAA. Oh, no, you know what? I can call you back up because I forgot that the rosters have already expanded. There you go. So, we are 6 games out of first. And I think the big issue is going to be that, again, I need to upgrade my lineup, and I just don't have a way to do that. There isn't a clear way that I can upgrade this lineup and have, in any meaningful way. Danny Walton has a huge time future ahead of him, but it's going to take him a while to get there. But I could definitely see him playing corner outfield in the near future, depending on how the rest of the roster works out. I think we might just have to accept this is just not going to be a great offensive year, and then just see kind of what happens, because the fact is it's not. Our best home run hitter is also one of our worst overall hitters, so that's not ideal. I could check the trade block, but I doubt it's going to be anybody that'd be a worthwhile upgrade. I don't care about pitchers. I don't care about hitters. Yeah, I don't need to let another outfielder. Yeah, there's nobody here that's really worth getting excited about, unfortunately. So I think we're just going to go ahead and play out the string. Like, I don't mind if we don't make the playoffs. I would love to win a pennant. That would be a very good thing for my self-esteem. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really bother me if we don't. Look, as long as we finish as long as we finish above 500, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Actually, no, I will let Dave McNally continue to be a starting pitcher for us, because Sam Ellis wasn't that great. What we're looking for is just progress. We're doing better each season. We're winning more games. We're putting ourselves in a position where a quality move or two might push us into the stratosphere. And I think that's definitely where we are. I 100% believe that. That is where we are right now. Sir, kindly give me win 88. Nice. Yeah, do you know what? To have, even being 5th is pretty good for the year of the pitcher. We didn't have a great offensive season. I think we'll just be better next season purely by happenstance. The Phillies and the Senators are in the World Series. Looks like the Senators won. Congratulations. Congratulations. This is when we're going to move to having 2 playoff teams, so it'll be a little bit easier to make it. So we have the Expos, Royals, Padres, and the Seattle Pilots. Well, there you go. Yeah, no Hall of Fame for you, Earl Averill, that's for sure. How many more years do I get with the Astros? I get 6 more seasons, and we're continually progressing. We're not far away from winning 90 games at all. I think we just need a couple more pieces. So how did the season actually go? Let's take a look. Joe Morgan was not as good as he was last year, but that doesn't mean he wasn't awesome. He got on base. He hit baseballs all over the place. He scored a bunch of runs. He stole a bunch of bases. He's your prototypical leadoff hitter. He got the job done. I'm happy with that. Jose Cardinal, even though it was relatively a tiny bit worse compared to last season, played more games. And I think delivered excellent defensive performance in right field. Tommy Agee was one of the best players in the majors last season. He was still very good this season, though. I don't think that can be ignored. That he is still a premium player to premium position who's having a big impact on how we play baseball. Boyer must have one hell of a glove, which he did. He might get a gold glove because his offense was basically nothing. Pags is kind of in the same boat. Rich Rollins is kind of... Rollins end of the season, not terrible. I'd still like a little bit more out of him, but I'm not upset with what he provided to us. He was still an above-average major league hitter. Aparicio was okay, and then... Carlos May was exactly replacement level. Is he that bad defensively? Holy free holies, is he bad defensively? And yet he was still one of the best hitters on the team. He was still one of the best hitters on the team. And because I've got a great defensive outfielders like Cardinal and Agee, I don't mind having Carlos May playing badly in left. But that's certainly not a great look. He'd probably be better at first, but the fact is I can't afford to take Joe Morgan off at first. I don't have anywhere else I can put him. So, how did the pitching staff do? By the way, Fergie Jenkins was insane. He led the league in WAR again. And walks per 9, and strikeouts, and whip. This might be a second consecutive Cy Young for him. Not as crazy as Bob Gibson in real life, but still fantastic. Don Sutton was really good, and then it kind of went downhill from there. Dave McNally was literally awful. Dave McNally might have cost us the playoffs by himself. We only finished 3 games out of first, and Dave McNally cost us 2 wins by himself. Which is not great. We definitely need to get rid of Dave McNally, I think, or at least figure out something else to do with him. Herb Score has just been a really solid pitcher. Like, I know he hasn't been setting the world on fire, but he's been good enough to be a worthwhile starting pitcher. So that's very good news for us. Shout out to Dave Baldwin, who had himself another fine season. Maybe not quite as good as 1967, but that's alright. So, my friends, the dark horse in this relationship is going to be Danny Walton. Because Danny Walton is quite similar to Carlos May, except the fact he's a much better all-around player at some point. So he might get a chance to play a premium position there. I could just move Joe Morgan back to second and just accept the fact he's never going to be great at it. But I don't think it's worth it. I don't know, friends. I will listen to your thoughts if it's better to have Morgan at second and then move May to first. Because Carlos May was real freaking bad in the outfield. But then again, he only made 6 errors. And remember, left field isn't that important. Because most Major League hitters tend to be left-handed, which means they're going to tend to hit balls into right field. So having a not great left fielder isn't the end of the world. I will listen to your thoughts, though. I'll definitely listen to your thoughts on what to do with Carlos May. But our offense has to get better next season, even if we just run it back with this exact team. And so I think that's going to be a very helpful and very good thing to see next year. If we could get a premium premium shortstop or second baseman, I really think that would go a long way to making us a much better team. I just don't know how we get one. That may be a topic for next episode. Until then, this has been Avgardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.